Alright, welcome back into another episode, guys. This is episode number 4 of our rice farm. So, where we left off in the last one was planting that field just off behind us, so that is completed. And we've done most of the planting on the large field. We have made quite a few mistakes, actually. So, one of them is I was supposed to put fertilizer in this machine and fertilize the field as I planted, and I didn't do that for the new field that we had created, or made the field bigger, so that part hadn't had a second set of fertilization. So I didn't do that then, and then I remembered about it, put the fertilizer in, and it was fertilizing the part that had already been double fertilized. So basically I was just wasting fertilizer. So that's no good. Another thing that I had done was not pay attention to where I was driving. Drove into the river and couldn't get out. So I had to reset. And I found out there is no way to push I and take out all of the fertilizer that's sitting in the machine currently. So that fertilizer just went poof and was gone. So we wasted fertilizer in both of those scenarios. And another thing is I've been having to drive this back and forth to our claim, and it's like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 minutes each way. This thing tops out here at 12 miles an hour, so it's a fairly slow ride going back and forth to our field. But right now we're actually headed to the fuel station right here. We're going to pick up some fuel and then be on our way. But as you guys probably saw by the thumbnail, we are going to be making some purchases in this video. And anytime I've ever done these series, I've tried to make it very tough on myself with not finding collectibles, not taking out loans, not doing any contracts, but I figured in this one we could do something a little bit different. So what we're going to do, obviously we only have $10,000, so we are going to take out a loan. And that's how we're going to be buying the equipment. Man, that fueled up real quick. $30 worth. And we're going to buy a truck, the International. We are also going to be buying a skid steer, which this is another mistake. We rented the skid steer in a previous episode just to knock out some rocks and tree stumps. So if we were smart, we could have just bought it then, held on to it and used it for whatever we needed it for. But the reason that we're buying it is basically to load up these rice saplings, because I have to make these trips every couple minutes back and forth. We're going to buy a truck, a trailer, truck, trailer, skid steer, and then we'll need the forks. So that'll be 4 things that we're buying. And altogether, I think it was $61,300. So I believe the truck itself is $25 plus $500 for the hitch. The skid steer is $35, and then $800 for the forks. So that's 50. That's 60. Yeah, $61,300. And you guys can see the field is flooded up in front of us, but you can see the rice loading in now. We're actually almost completely done with this one. And if you look at our drive time, we've used this machine for a total of 3.2 hours now. So, keep in mind that's driving there and back, because there's no other way for me to transport these. But yeah, I actually thought we were going to run out of rice paddies, or rice saplings, rice paddies. I thought we were going to run out of rice saplings, but we didn't. We got kind of lucky, I would say. So I left one single line for us to finish up here, and then we'll get to doing some buying, and I still have something that I haven't shown you guys yet, or talked about, which we'll do here in just a second. But I'll tell you one of the things we're going to do, which is going to be buying some more land. We're going to take out a loan and buy some more land for that as well. and I'll show you exactly which piece I'm looking at. And it's actually just a little bit bigger than this one in total land area, but this one we could use basically the entirety of it, whereas that next one, there's going to be some trees and rocks in the way on two of the corners, so we're going to have to forfeit a little bit of the land to that. So it's not quite as good in that regards as far as being able to utilize the entire thing. One more thing I wanted to show you guys is we had a bunch of saplings here. We had this thing like lined up all the way to here. And all we have left is one full pallet, so 24 pieces, and this partial. I think I do need to get some water for this as well. Yes, we can use some water, so we could go do that with the tractor, or we might even be able to do it with the truck if we get the truck. So let's take out a loan. Oops. Here we go. So currently we're sitting on $10,310. Let's borrow a bunch of money. We'll take out about 230. We can pay this back if we don't need it. So the piece of land we're looking at here is number 6. So this corner here has some trees and rocks, and this corner has some trees and rocks, but it's 5.4 acres for 133,000. This one here is 4.62, so about 0.9 acres less and about 20,000 less. So let's buy this one here. That is number 6. So now we own 6, 22, and 30. And then what else we're going to do is hop into the shop here. We're going to go to Cars and Bikes. We're going to go to the International Series 200. We'll add a trailer hitch. This is going to be $25,500. We'll leave the color and stuff. We can change that stuff later when we have more money. So we'll get that. Then we're going to grab a skid steer. We're going to get the New Holland L318. This is going to cost us again $35,000. Then we got to get the forks for that, the Paladin fork pallet, or Paladin pallet fork. Sorry, I said that backwards. Look at that. That's $800, and that currently leaves us with an extra $55,000 left over. So let's hop in here. Oh, I forgot. We actually have to get the trailer as well. I forgot to mention the trailer, so there we go. Let's go back in here. And the trailer I think is 9,000. 9,500, okay. And they do actually offer an extension and even a cover. I am not sure what the cover would be for really, but this allows for 5.6 thousand liters. This is 2.9. But we actually want the 2.9 version because I want to be able to put pallets of rice saplings on here, and that's going to make that a little bit easier if it has a lower lip on it. So we'll leave that. We don't need the design or anything changed, so 9,500 for that. That puts us down to 46,400. So let's load this up on here. Of course, you got to turn the engine on. Duh. And then I will tell you guys what we have planned with the claim. So let's jump over to here. Let's go visit. And I'm going to turn around quickly. So right there, that's the corner. That's got some trees and rocks. You can see it kind of pops up. That is part of it that we're going to miss. We should be able to expand this upward. I'm not sure how high, but should be able to move it a little bit more to have a little bit more field than we currently do. What do we have in here right now? Sunflowers. And actually they have a 100% fertilization, yield bonus of 87%, so that would be a very good crop to use, but we're not going to be doing that. So, and then here is the other corner with the trees and rocks. The property line ends about right here. I'll actually pop this open and zoom in. So yeah, we're almost exact. Even looking in the right direction and stuff too. So it's about right there. So what I'm going to try and do is flatten out a chunk of this, and we're going to put some greenhouses in here. The reason being, we were able to keep up just barely with how many saplings we had for our other two fields. And so with this third field, I think we need at least one, maybe even two. And so I'm going to go with two just to be safe. So we're going to try and flatten this part. And this part may be a little bit boring for you guys, but I want to just make sure we can get this part all flattened out. The reason I want to flatten it is because I've done this before, and it puts one greenhouse at a different height than the other. And so I want them both to be the same height, so I am trying to, oops. So I'm trying to flatten it out right now. And hopefully in that way it doesn't make it completely off, if you know what I mean. So hopefully that is good there. And let's try, see how that goes. So I did actually end up spending a little bit of money putting it down for a bit, more than we needed to, but let's see. So we want it to face like this, and then we also want it to go pretty much as far back as we can. I think we're going to try and turn that. So there's that one, and actually this one can go right next to it. Right there. And that flattened it out to the exact height that we wanted it. Left a little bit of space. We did over flatten in the back here. That's all right. We can eventually smooth this out a little bit as well if we want to. But yeah, we did overdo it on the back side. But this looks great. Right up to the edge of that rock. Exactly what we wanted. And again, we can like paint this over and make it look a little bit neater later on. But yeah, this is looking really good in here. So we got two more. I think the first thing we should actually do is just go get water before we waste too much time. So, or actually, you know what? So, because we're going to transport this with it, this is not going to be professional, guys. It's quite hard to get this thing on there. So let me see if I can just get it partially on here. Actually, you know what? I might even be able to do this right here. Hang on a second. Let's try this. And now if we strap that and that, we might be able to just get that to roll with us. So it's sort of like, if you guys ever seen those, I don't know, like oh gosh, that's not going to work, is it? Like a truck of sod or something. They have that truck just in the back. Alright. I am currently done wasting time. So let's go and get the water. Let's go deliver water to all three of our greenhouses. And then we'll make a new rice field. And we'll plant that up. Got some heavy fog in here. But yeah, I think this is going to work out great because now we have those two greenhouses over there. And those two should be able to supply both of those fields. And then we can use this one to supply this third field. And it won't be too bad of a drive, hopefully. I'm not sure if we'll be selling any extra saplings if we get them. But that is a possibility. I think we'll probably hang on to them because more than likely what we're going to do is just expand. Probably not anytime very soon, just for the simple fact that we don't have a lot of money and just took out a loan. But I do think in the future that'll be in the cards, and so we'll probably need more of this than what we are able to produce. So yeah, I think we'll hold on to them for a while. I don't know where I'll stockpile them exactly, but I think we'll hold on to them. And then if we do end up expanding and getting some more fields, then we can use that, and that should save us a little bit of money. Because those, so believe it or not, those greenhouses are super, super worth it. I don't know how much the actual rice saplings sell for. I was about to cut across the, well actually it doesn't matter, I'm about to turn that field into rice anyways, but oh Jesus. Okay, gotta be a little bit more careful. I don't know what the rice paddies or rice saplings sell for, but what I can tell you is it only costs $3,000 per rice sapling greenhouse. And if you were to buy those saplings from the store, you're going to pay a lot more money for them. By a lot more, I think... Let's actually check here real quick. Let's go to the store. Where was it? Is it pallets? So it's $450 for one pallet of 24. And the warehouses... Let me go back to here. They cost $3,000 for one, or greenhouse, sorry. $3,000 for one greenhouse. So this is the equivalent of about 7 pallets. And I would say we probably produced maybe 14 or so pallets from ours. And we've only had it for 8 months, so maybe it's 2 per month or something. So basically a greenhouse for rice saplings will pay off in probably 4 months, which in game time is really super fast. Alright, we got an extra 80 here. Again, we don't really need to worry about this field because we're going to be destroying it and making it into rice so we can run it over. But yeah, think about that. Pays off in 4 months. And so if you really wanted to, they're not super lucrative, but if you really wanted to, that could be some very easy money if you guys wanted to start a rice farm. Very cheap to get started. All you really need is a trailer and a vehicle with water, and eventually you'll need something to transport it as well, but yeah, it's really not that bad to get started. We're having some trouble picking up the water here. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go all the way to the top greenhouse. So we have 3 greenhouses, 3 fields, 36,000, but we are about 200 and something thousand in the hole. But I think, I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to get out of any of these fields, but I feel like if we have a couple of good harvests we might be able to pay that off fairly quickly. I'm not really sure how harsh the loan terms are. You know, I don't know if we pay $10 for 200,000 or if we pay $10,000, but we're about to find out here in about a month. Alright, let's drop this off. So there we go, we got a full greenhouse there. And we can drop off this last 1,000 that should be pretty close to being full for all 3 of our greenhouses. Alright. I think this one's going to be a little bit short, but it should be good enough. We'll check it here in a second as well, just to see. There we go. So here we go, let's check. We have... It's kind of weird, there's 2 different pictures. Greenhouse for rice saplings, this one is completely, well now it's 1 liter under, completely full, and this one's about half. We have to turn these on as well. So activate and activate that. So now we have running, running, and running, all 3 of them. Again, we can fill this up and get another 1,000 liters of water dropped into here, but it's going now, so we're good on that. I think now we just have to terraform this. What do we have? I think the planting was pretty good. Yes, it's double fertilized, so we're good on that. Actually, the tires did do some damage there, but if we take off the weeds, take off the fertilization, the field is good other than that. So the weeds won't matter. Actually, that might... Okay, yeah, it did. That might just go away when we create a rice field. So let's see. Alright, so I'm going to start here. And I think we'll try to go straight up as far as we can up this direction. It actually lets us go up onto the road, funnily enough. So let's turn this and try and straighten this line out again. I think with the amount of terraforming we should probably scale that back a bit. And we're going to have to probably go around this tree for now because I didn't see it there. So let's see if we can go out to here. There we go, and now we should be able to follow this mostly out towards here somewhere. And then see if we can go across. It looks like we're going to have to go in a bit. All that's restricted, there we go. And then maybe we can follow that down to here. And bring that all the way to the corner here. Or not. For some reason it says the area is restricted. It does not like it. Alright, so we went back a bit. And now it's taken our corner here. Let's go with right there. And it should zip this all along here. So that is our field. You can't quite see it, but I think we're doing alright. Let's take a look at what it looks like when we finish it. Oh, it says the tree's in the way. Alright, we're going to have to go back. Alright, what I'm going to do is we're going to chop this tree down. Actually, no, I lied. We won't. I don't have something to remove the stump, so we're not going to do that. Let's try this again. Go to construction, create a field. We're going to start it, let's go with like right here somewhere. And let's go here. And up to about there. We're going to run this down towards the tree, but I want to leave a little bit more room, so let's go with like this. We'll cut it down to here, out towards maybe here. Let's go back one, let's go further out to here maybe, and then up, and then all the way across, out to somewhere over here. Then down to here, down to here, here. We're kind of just following the edge of the road at this point. Here, here. For some reason it does not like this corner. So it'll take it over there. So that has a kind of a funny looking edge on it. But we might just go with that because I think that should do it. Let's give that a try. And there we go. So we have a cutout here for the tree. But the rest of it is good to go. And let's just paint this. Just so that it's not bothering me. And that area is restricted. Okay. So there we go. We have this whole area kind of look like an asphalt area now. We have our pump here. Actually the road looks like it got messed up a little bit right there for some reason, which we might be able to terraform. I doubt it. Yeah, it's not letting us do that, so I did get about as close as I would like. This road is almost perfect right there. So yeah, I feel like we did a really good job actually. All along the road we had it almost perfect. Other than that one spot, we literally nailed it. We got this corner really nice. This one was good. I don't know why this didn't like that corner, but for some reason it did not, so we took out a little chunk there. But yeah, I think it looks very, very good, other than this little spot. For some reason it's all messed up. And the one last thing that I was going to do for you guys, let's check our money quickly. We're currently at negative $240,000. We have 9,000 cash. Last thing we're going to do here is borrow some more money. So we're at 50, 60, 70, 150, 244. So that's how much we're going to take out. We're going to be negative $475,000. We're going to go here and we're going to buy the oil mill. Actually, should I do that right now? No, I can wait a couple months on that because I don't need to sell my rice yet. So that would just incur some costs we don't need. So that'll actually be in another episode, I guess, guys. Let's lower this down to, I don't know what we need, 9,000. That's what we had before. Well, actually, let's lower it as much as we can. 4,000. So we're currently negative 235,000, and we got a little bit more work to do. And that work would be, let me turn this back. Oops. That work would be this extra field part we added here. We're going to have to plow that probably not this year, but actually maybe we might be able to do that and then fertilize it and plant it. And I mean, it's planting season, so we'll have to do what we can, but at least we got all of our greenhouses up and going, so we should be able to plant these pretty quickly. And yeah, we'll be on to harvest season here fairly shortly. But yeah, the next episode, guys, we're going to be doing some work on this field. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch another video, there's a random video on screen and another playlist. Please be sure to share the video, like it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you're notified when I upload. And until next time, peace.